Well, the teams are just coming out here on a spring night at Anfield. Liverpool led out by Carragher and Fabregas leading out Arsenal. And the Kop, Anfield, and the Anfield Road end in good song. The Arsenal supporters here in great number. And I should mention the Arsenal fans have brought a banner with them that is being held up and passed among the supporters, which says respect for the 96 on it, which is a very good gesture from them. Now, we mentioned a few moments ago, Mark Lawrenson, about Tom Hicks, one of the joint owners, being in position in the director's box. And just now, in a beige Macintosh, his partner, in inverted commas, George Gillette, has just walked down the steps and has actually taken a seat, or he will sit, right next to Hicks. So Hicks and Gillette sitting next to each other in the front row of the director's box.
Well, not only that, you know, as well, I'm pretty sure Rick Parry's next to Gillette and David Moores, which is the big four, as it were. So, and we've been speculating, there's all sorts of rumours flying around here, isn't there, to what's happening behind the scenes, and just makes you wonder whether there's a meeting about a meeting.
Well, when Gillette arrived there, Hicks was in position first. The two of them were in conversation for some little while together.
And who are you?
Yes, do you remember me all those months ago? So they're there. So this is very much a show from the hierarchy at Liverpool Football Club. The fact that Hicks, Gillette, Parry and Moores are side to side, shoulder to shoulder in the front row of the director's box. But there's a match to play tonight, and let me run you through the team news. Liverpool make a couple of changes, haven't played for a week since Stamford Bridge. Riera and Aga come back into the team. Lucas and Skirtle are the two to make way. They're both among the substitutes. Remember, if you didn't know, there is no Steven Gerrard tonight, and he probably won't play on Saturday at Hull either, we hear. And Arsenal, who played in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley at the weekend, make 5 changes. No Van Persie or Adebayor. We knew that before we arrived here tonight. Walcott's only on the bench, and Diaby and Eboué are the other two to drop out. They're also on the substitutes bench. So the 5 to come in: Bentner, Arshavin and Nasri, with Song and Sanya together. This is a very, very loud rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone, at what has, of course, been a very emotional time for Liverpool Football Club, and I'm sure they'll really respect and appreciate the gesture from the Arsenal supporters with the banner that they've brought here this evening.
Yeah, and also the fact that David Moyes came to that last week's memorial mark, which wasn't widely reported, I don't think.
Well, Jamie Carragher walks to the centre circle as we hear the applause, and just as we hear the applause, there's a mosaic now going up, what's described as a public display of respect for Ray Kennedy, who is, if you're interested in football and you follow football, you'll probably be aware that he suffers from Parkinson's disease and has done for some while. And this mosaic has, in the Kop, red placards and white placards, and the white placards show a number 5, which was the number he wore for Liverpool. And in the Anfield Road end to our right, in there, yellow placards and blue placards, and the blue placards pick out a number 10, which is the number he wore for Arsenal. And he is in position, Ray Kennedy, in the director's box. He's got his son here, Dale, with him tonight. Sure, it's a very emotional evening for him as well, to have something like this for him. And it is also raising money for the Ray of Hope appeal, which is raising money for Parkinson's disease charities, and he will appear on the pitch at half-time, when I'm sure he'll get a great reception. So Liverpool with Reina in goal, back 4 of Arbeloa, Aga, Carragher and Aurelio. Midfield of Mascherano and Alonso, with Benayoun in the Gerrard position, if you like. Count on the right, Riera left and Torres through the middle. And Arsenal with Fabianski in goal, a back 4 of Sanya, Toure, Sylvestre and Gibbs. In midfield, Danielson and Song, with Fabregas in the middle, Arshavin and Nasri in the wider positions, and Bentner through the middle. And the match is refereed by Howard Webb, as he was at the Emirates when the sides met in December, when he sent Adebayor off, you might remember. And it's out for a throw to Arsenal down below us.
I think Cout's playing on the right of the 3, John. Cout's going to play off Torres, and Benayoun's on the right.
Yeah. Here's Alonso now, as Liverpool win possession back. Liverpool defending the Kop in the first half. Ball over the top, but it's headed away by Sanya, who returns after a couple of games out with the virus. Torres looking sharp, wins the ball back, but then runs it out of play for a throw-in on the far side.
And I think Arsenal are 5 across the midfield, as we thought. Nasri on the right, Arshavin's on the left-hand side, and Bentner's just up on through the middle on his own.
Suspect that they may switch at some time, Kaut and Benayoun. Ball played through the middle for a run by Fabregas, and across comes Aga, returning to the side to put it out for a throw. It's Gloucester 3, Worcester 3 now in the Guinness Premiership. Throw in, which is taken by the young left back Gibbs, just 19 years old, and he takes it rather casually to Fabregas, flips the ball into the penalty area, but straight at Carragher. Nowhere near Arshavin, and Carragher's able to clear towards the halfway line. So Liverpool, having gone out of the Champions League last time they played, got 6 games to play. So 6 games for Liverpool to try and win this league title for the first time since 1990. So the focus for Liverpool is exclusively on that now. And they come into this game 1 point behind Manchester United. United playing tomorrow night, and United currently having a game in hand on them. Here's Arshavin on the halfway line. Arsenal tonight in the mainly yellow kit with the blue trim, which brings back memories of 20 years ago and the dramatic finish to that league season. Here's Touré, plays it up now to the right hand side. Nasri is there, flicks the ball forward, but it just runs through away to Reina, Liverpool's goalkeeper. Goal at Dagenham, David Oates.
And it's gone to the home side. They lead Brentford by a 1-0. Matt Ritchie squandering a clear chance in the 19th minute, but within 60 seconds Sam Saunders sparing his blushes, firing in from the edge of the box. Dagenham 1, Brentford 0.
Torres past Touré, shoots straight at Fabianski. Brilliantly past Touré, but the shot too close to the goalkeeper.
Unusual for him, John. You expect him to score. Coming in the left-hand side of the area, all the goal to aim at. He went to sort of bend it round Fabianski, and it was a little bit tame, really straight into the arms of the goalkeeper.
An early goal. Oh, here's Fabregas now. Fabregas wasn't able to take it on through with Nasri in close attention as well. He's almost given away to him. But the chance there for Torres at the other end. Liverpool, in this sort of scenario, would love an early goal. 3 minutes played already. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. Ball up the right-hand side for Arbeloa to chase, but just overhit and out of play for a throw into Arsenal halfway inside their own half. For Arsenal, of course, as well as this desire to finish as high as possible, as Arsene Wenger was saying yesterday, obviously in their minds, somewhere in their minds will be the fact that there is a Champions League semi-final against Manchester United. This time next week they'll be in the Northwest preparing to play Manchester United at Old Trafford on the Wednesday. 0-0, ball out of play, right down beneath where we sit. Arbeloa takes it to Kaut. Benayoun, Gibbs with the challenge. Benayoun's got 2 Arsenal players, Arshavin and Gibbs there, and he eventually comes out of play off Benayoun. Oh, it's given away by Danielson. Mascherano's after it to the edge of the box, gives it to Torres into the area. Torres wiggles his way past 2 Arsenal players, but Touré was the final line of defence.
Mascherano picked the wrong pass. It was Riera on the left, really, it should have gone to.
Benayoun now twisting one way and the other. Gives it back to Alonso. Alonso's crossed into the area. Song heads it away. It comes out to Liverpool in the shape of Aurelio. Aurelio drifted ball into the area to Benayoun, but the flag was up against the Israeli, and it's a free kick to Arsenal. It's a good start by Liverpool.
Good start by Liverpool. It wasn't a bad start by Arsenal in terms of midfield, John, moving the ball about in midfield, but they're obviously the Achilles heel is defensively. They virtually gifted the chance to Torres. He looked very, very brittle at the moment.
Well, it did wonder in the absence of, Clichy obviously, Gallas, Giroux's not available either. So, that's where, because of injuries, the, in inverted commas, weakness is. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. BBC 5 Live in the Barclays Premier League. Here's Alonso now. Picks out Benayoun on the right. Benayoun into the penalty area. 2 Arsenal defenders in front of him. Plays it across the box. Torres couldn't take it on. Coutts in there. And eventually it's lashed away by the red boots of Arshavin. Downfield where Carragher will turn it back to Reina, the goalkeeper. Bentner at the moment very much the lone striker. Eduardo is among the Arsenal subs, but Arsene Wenger has gone with Bentner as his main front man. Fabregas pushing a long way forward. with Danielson and Song behind him in the anchor positions. Carragher, floated ball for Torres, up against Toure. Toure struggling, Torres slipped, still Liverpool. Riera on the edge of the box, shoots left-footed, and Fabianski just had to move to his left to pick it up.
Yeah, Torres is down injured. Decent chance for Liverpool, good strike as well by Riera, but from Liverpool's point of view, straight at Fabianski.
Well, clearly this is a concern. Torres stays down and now rolls onto his back, and his hands are up to his face, now on his chest.
I think he's been kicked, John, rather than any kind of muscle injury. I think he just maybe got caught by Toure in the collision on the edge of the penalty area. But I mean, it was quite a straightforward, straight ball by Liverpool that had Arsenal's middle two central defenders, Toure and Sylvester, in all sorts of problems.
Kolo Toure must be thinking, after the start to this game, I hope he has to go off.
Oh yes. Funny as well, Liverpool supporters booing Sylvester, and yet I seem to remember when he came from Milan, he was almost coming to Liverpool at one stage as a centre-back as well.
That's going back a while now.
What are you trying to say?
Torres on his feet, and he's just trying it out where he's taken the kick on one of his legs, and he's trotting off the field, and he looks as though he will be able to come on. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. No Gerrard tonight, and it almost goes without saying that in the absence of Gerrard, you certainly wouldn't want to be without Torres as well. Throw-in taken, and Liverpool give possession back to Arsenal. Mascherano just knocks it away to him.
Good save by Fabianski.
That'll count in the stats, that. Fabianski plays it outside of his penalty area. Torres is still receiving treatment on what looks like his right foot or right ankle.
And the doctors come out as well.
That's not a good sign. But Torres now heading back towards the halfway line, and he is trotting. It does look as though he will come back on. 0-0. And we'll obviously keep you across all of the scores in the Football League tonight as well. Important matches for many clubs being played. Here's Sagna, infield towards Fabregas. Liverpool's players around him, Mascherano and Carragher, were right there, and he had to play it back into his own half. Sylvestre to Gibbs, now to Arshavin, who turns Arbeloa really well, but then Alonso was there with the covering challenge, and Arbeloa was able to recover and play it back to Reina in front of the Kop, where everyone now has taken their seats, red scarves around their necks, and Reina chips it forward for Riera. Torres is back on the field, and Toure now plays it forward to Bentner, who's in an offside position, so Liverpool free kick halfway inside their own half. Mark Lawrenson with us here at Anfield tonight. Sun hasn't set yet, Mark. I love watching football on nights like this.
Do you?
I do.
I'm glad for you.
There is always that feel as well when you're in springtime that the end of the season isn't far away and the games.
So what you're saying, looking forward to your holidays rather than the fact you're watching football?
There is an element of that as well. I've come fair. Here's Aga now with Bentner in front of him. Just a little pass to Alonso, now to the left-hand side. Mascherano is available, but it goes to Kaut, who chests it down in some space, gets it down and plays it through for Benayoun. Chance here for Liverpool. Fabianski saves, comes out for Arbeloa. Fabianski saves again. Kaut now takes it up. Kaut's cross comes off Song and is behind for a corner.
Well, first and foremost,
came off Kaut.
It is a goal kick. No, it is a goal kick. First and foremost, excuse me, Benayoun should have scored. When Fabianski came out, he just needed to dink the ball over the goalkeeper, but take nothing away from the goalkeeper. He made that save and then dived at, I can't remember whether it was Kaut's feet, straight afterwards. Arbeloa, sorry. He's made two very, very good saves, and there's one thing he isn't on the judgment of that, the goalkeeper. He's certainly brave.
Well, yes. Well, as everyone will know, he had an uncomfortable day on his birthday in the semi-final.
I think it's a classic. If that had been Torres, it would just dinked it over him.
But good chance, and now Liverpool have begun to stack them up.
That chance came because Kaut, who's just playing off Torres, completely unmarked, John.
Yeah. Free kick to Arsenal on the right, halfway inside the Liverpool half. 0-0 on 5 Live, and Arsenal send Toure forward from the halfway line. Free kick's going to be taken by Fabregas. Here he comes. Fabregas to strike it into the Liverpool box. Headed away by Aga. Comes out to Gibbs. Actually nods it back to Danielson in the centre circle. And then to the right to Fabregas, who now digs it forward. Reyna's come a long way, but he catches it in his chest, actually, up above Song, and gives it out quickly to Kaut, whose first touch almost gave it away, but Liverpool still have it. Good challenge, though, out there on the right-hand side from Danielson. Then it's played through the middle, and that'll just run through to Fabianski. 0-0.
Where do you think Rigobert Song's playing?
You mean Alex Song?
Sorry, Alex Song. Alex Song. It's just...
It's all our yesterdays tonight, isn't it, with you?
He's nowhere near his two central defenders. There's just a massive gap in between the midfield players and the central defenders. And, Cout's just wandered in there willy-nilly.
Riera to Torres, but it came off Torres, and Touré, as he fell, was able to clear. Yeovil 0, relegated. Hereford 1 in League 2. Here in League 1, I beg your pardon. Here's Liverpool with it. Reyna clears from near his penalty spot, high into the Arsenal half, where Touré heads it to Riera, now infield towards Kaut, and then back to the halfway line. Mascherano is there, available and in space, and he picks out a pass along the surface of the Anfield grass to Arbeloa, and then infield to Alonso. Alonso's ball down the right for Benayoun, who was slightly on his heels when it was played, and that gave Gibbs the chance to slide in and slide it out for a throw into Liverpool 10 yards back from the corner flag. It's 0-0 with Hicks and Gillette watching in the director's box, shoulder to shoulder, and a throw in that Arbeloa takes to Kaut, then back to Benayoun. Arbeloa looks up, plays it to Benayoun, all in the Arsenal left back position, but Benayoun's just plays it into the defender. Arshavin pokes it away. Arsenal haven't taken the opportunity to clear it, but Song has now. And Danielson to Fabregas. Arsenal could break here. Fabregas rolls it to Sagna, who crosses the halfway line. Now Nasri on the right, but Nasri, the pass wasn't quite right for him from Sagna, and it's whacked away downfield, and then Touré strong on Torres. And the offside flag was up against the Liverpool forward. Referee Webb says play on. Forward for Arsenal, headed away by Carragher.
No, it was a chance to break, and at one stage I think it was 4 against 4, and just a poor ball, wasn't it?
But it's not one of those lame starts that we've seen on a number of occasions at Anfield this season. Liverpool have really been positive from the outset again, which has been a feature of their recent performances, their recent victories. Here's Torres now, down into the Arsenal right-back area. Touré was with him. Torres went down. Liverpool fans wanted a free kick. Referee says no. And so Liverpool back in possession inside their own half. Alonso, tidy still again from Liverpool. Arbeloa now. Up to Kaut, who had Sylvestre with him on this occasion. Then to Arbeloa, who's able to move towards the penalty area. Gives it down the line to Benayoun. Benayoun curls the crossover, but Sagna's there at the back post ahead of Riera to head it out for a throw on the far side, the Liverpool left.
Just looking, John, Song can't run. I don't know whether he's playing with an injury. Just looking at him trying to get back. He just couldn't make up the yards.
Well, it was mildly surprising that he wasn't involved in the semi-final. Here's Mascherano on the left. Sagna's in there to put it out in the end. Stopped it from going out for a corner, put it out for a throw, which is taken quickly by Liverpool. Good tempo. 0-0, early stages. Mascherano shaping up for a shot. Does shoot, but drags it wide of the near post from, 23, 24 yards. Goal kick, Arsenal. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. Let's get an update from Nick Mullins at Kingsholm.
Coming towards the end of a first half in which Gloucester have dominated, but Worcester lead by 6 points to 3. Ali Barkley's early penalty for the home side. Willie Walker on loan from Gloucester. 2 penalties mean that Worcester lead 6-3, John, approaching half-time.
Thank you, Nick. Here's Fabregas now, just outside the box, tried to head it back to Arshavin. Cleared by Arbeloa. Here is Song now, right wrist strapped. Bentner plays it forward to Nasri. Reyna's come a long way out of his penalty area, and he gets to the ball first ahead of the Frenchman and plays it away to the halfway line. Bristol Rovers 1, Brighton 0. Ricky Lambert with the goal for Bristol Rovers. Brighton.
It's about his 46th of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, he's one of a number of players, isn't he, who have excellent scoring records in the lower leagues. Ball with Fabianski in the grey shirt in front of all of those Arsenal supporters. It's his 28th goal of the season, I think you'll find.
Yeah, he just heard that through your earpiece, that's why.
Fabianski. Long, high clearance towards Bentner, headed away by Aga. Angle ball from Danielson to Bentner, then Nasri again. That was nice from Bentner, back to Nasri, flicks it infield, then plays it to Fabregas, and Arshavin was in space, but Fabregas has passed towards him, just like the pace that it needed, and Benayoun was able to get in there ahead of the ball and play it out for a throw.
Great move, Arsenal. Great, just as you expect, great football from their point of view. Moved the ball very quickly, great awareness.
Throw-in for Arsenal that Gibbs actually wasted because Fabregas was coming for it, and in the end effectively threw it straight out for a goal kick. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. Lovely little intricate move, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, the passing from both teams have been very good so far. The game's lively, isn't it?
And if he'd been able to find the pass to Arshavin would have been clean in on Reina's goal.
But it's a big if, though.
Yeah, it is. And Benayoun was back there working to clear it. Reina now high and long into the Arsenal half. Sylvestre beats Torres in the air. Now Alonso actually moves round Fabregas. When the two of them, Fabregas and Alonso, tangled at the Emirates, Fabregas ended up with that knee injury that kept him out for, well, several months. Another goal at Dagenham. David Oates.
It's 2-0 now to Dagenham, so Brentford may go up this season, but it probably won't be tonight. And this was a terrific goal, a 25-yard volley from Solomon Tayo. It really was a splendid effort, fizzed into the net, and Brentford trailing here at Dagenham by 2-0.
In the Championship, by the way, still Charlton 0, Cardiff 0, Coventry 0, Barnsley 1, and Derby 0, Reading 0. Here's Kaut now as the ball came back off Danielson. We've played over quarter of an hour, 17 minutes actually. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. Kaut back to Alonso. Song with the challenge, and it bounces back into the Liverpool half. Manchester United and Chelsea, for that matter, will, I'm sure, be watching, listening very closely to what's happening here at Anfield tonight. They both play tomorrow. And there's a try at Gloucester. Nick Mullins.
Yes, it's half-time, John. Almost unbelievably. Worcester lead by 13 points to 3 against Gloucester. Giant number 8, Latani Talai, lolloping over for the try just before the break. 4 days after they shipped 50 in the cup final, the air of gloom still hangs over Gloucester. They trail at half-time 13-3.
Well, Arsenal struggling to clear here. Gibbs didn't get it away. So Torres now on the right. Arbeloa available. Torres moves infield. Alonso had to stretch. Lovely little lift through for Torres. Tooks it down. Shoots! And Fabianski, I think, just got a fingertip to that to help it over the top of the bar.
Yeah, it's good save. Great strike by Torres. Ball just bounced up nicely, half volley. Ripped his right foot with the outside across it, and decent save by Fabianski.
So the Fabianski saves are stacking up as well in the game. Corner from the right it will be, in front of the Anfield Road end, on this dry, clear night on Merseyside. Alonso in no hurry. Arbeloa's at close quarters. Referee's watching all the movement in the box. Alonso takes it. Torres heads it straight up in the air. Torres' second header. Touré was behind him, and it's cleared by Song, and then fired back in by Aurelio, but straight into Touré, who was able to clear. Mascherano now flicks it forward, comes off Benayoun's chest. That would have been clever if he'd laid it off to Riera with that. Riera, though, still has it. 1-2 with Kaut. Riera now. Ball across the box. Cleared away by Touré at the near post. Still Liverpool. Aurelio hangs it to the back post. Fabianski comes and punches. It comes off Alonso. Back into the box. Gibbs is there with Aga. And Gibbs has been able to get the ball down. Oh, but he cleared it straight into Alonso. And in the end has been able to put the ball out of play via a Liverpool deflection for an Arsenal throw.
I think it might be a free kick. I think Aga just caught Gibbs as he was making the clearance.
Arsenal just a little stretch there.
Arsenal look good in midfield, not too bad going forward. Defensively, they're all over the place.
0-0, almost 20 minutes played at Anfield. Tomorrow night you'll hear Manchester United against Portsmouth here on 5 Live. The Chelsea-Everton match will be on 5 Live Sports Extra. That's Sanya now around the outside of Kaut and plays it out of play. Cheers from the Liverpool supporters. I think they sense the possibility of Liverpool taking the lead. Fabianski's already made a string of decent saves. Here's Torres now, who's forced him to make 2 of them. Oh, Torres was caught there by Sylvestre after the ball had gone. Torres goes down. He's shown no effects of that knock that he picked up early in the game. And referee Howard Webb just speaks to Sylvestre.
I think because Torres read the tackle coming in and just started to jump a little bit. Yeah, make sure he didn't get caught properly.
He didn't come in at pace, Sylvester.
No, lots of referees would have given a yellow. He is one of our better referees, Howard Webb, isn't he?
Free kick forward of the centre circle.
That's why he's got the cup final.
Yes, well, that's what they say. He was in the Nou Camp a couple of weeks ago, first time he'd refereed there. But that will be the end of his Champions League involvement, with the English clubs obviously involved from now on. Here's Alonso, free kick then. It's just forward and left of the centre circle. Alonso now into the penalty area, headed away by Sylvester. Comes out for Liverpool. Carragher there with Arshavin. Both of them arrived at the same time. The ball looked out of play in front of the centenary stand here, and to the derision of the home supporters, it's been given Arsenal's way. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. Let's go to Jackie Oatley at Charlton.
And Charlton have taken the lead against Cardiff against the run of play. It was a ball from the right into the box, and John Joe Shelby, the 17-year-old at the far post, stabbed home low past the keeper Heaton. Charlton 1, Cardiff 0.
Another wobble for Cardiff after a series of wobbles at the weekend at Preston. Carragher forward towards Riera, then back to Kaut, takes it down, gives it back to Riera. Riera just delays on the ball. That gave Arsenal a chance to come back in. It was Nasri actually who dispossessed him, and now Song runs it away and leaves Riera on the ground, and Arsenal look to bring it away. Arshavin, though, surrounded by Liverpool red, and it was either Mascherano or Alonso who took it off him in the end and gave it back to Reina.
It wasn't a particularly good ball into Arshavin, because he sort of had to adjust his position to be front onto it. It was hit with pace, surrounded, as you say, by Liverpool players.
No Adebayor or Van Persie tonight. Clearly Arsene Wenger taking no risks with either of those two, with the game in Manchester next week. Liverpool at the weekend will play Hull on Saturday afternoon. That's our 3 o'clock commentary game at the KC Stadium, while Arsenal on Sunday will be home to Middlesbrough. It's Northampton 1, Scunthorpe 0 in League One, and we're halfway through the first half here at Anfield on 5 Live. Still goalless. Here's Alan Green.
I was rather surprised that Arshavin didn't make the starting lineup for Arsenal on Saturday in the FA Cup semi-final, but he hasn't done a lot tonight. Picked from the start here against Liverpool. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. Gibbs to Denilson. Good tackle by Arbeloa, and the ball breaks out off Denilson for a Liverpool throw-in. Ironic it was, because they felt they should have had the throw-in previously when Carragher made a challenge. Throw goes to Kaut, back to Arbeloa, and here is the acting Liverpool captain, Carragher. Just wonder what damage might have been done to Arsenal if Gerrard had been playing in his normal role, given that I don't know whose song's meant to be picking up.
Arsenal might have picked a different team, maybe. You think?
Here's Aurelio into Riera, back to Mascherano, and Mascherano just hits it upfield where he thought Torres would run after it. Fabianski went out of his penalty area to control the ball, bring it back into the box, and then lift it, throwing it out quickly to Silvestre. Just silly booing him because he's a former United player. Here is Silvestre again, clattering the clearance, helped on by Song. Nasri shielding it away from Aurelio. Well done, Nasri. Nasri on to Song. Song's pass to Sanya was poor. Sanya slipped as well dramatically, which gave the Liverpool fans something to laugh at.
I thought Sanya died for a minute. It looked like he died, didn't it?
24 minutes played here on 5 Live. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. Hicks and Gillette sitting beside each other here. Now, I think there was an accidental clash of heads there between Toure and Torres. Torres was pushed as well, and it's a free kick to Liverpool. Taken by Aurelio early, looking for Benny Ewan. It wasn't well hit by Aurelio, and it's behind for a goal kick.
Look at Rafa Benitez there, look, patrolling the touchline bit. Just see body language.
Well, Benny Ewan should have scored earlier for Liverpool. Clean through. All he had to do was dink it over the goalkeeper. Didn't. Fabianski made a good save as a consequence. It's 0-0, and the longer it stays 0-0, the greater the anxiety for the home team and for their fans. Liverpool have to win the game, really. Here's Mascherano, couldn't control the ball. It's Sanya, back to Denilson. Toure, onto Silvestre, and Silvestre caresses the ball forward. Gibbs heads it on. Oh, lovely touch by Fabregas, and then Aguirre managed to get in there before Arshavin. I think there was a foul by Arshavin, but the referee played the advantage. Liverpool had the ball. Kaut back to Arbeloa, and Arbeloa drills it back to Carragher and on to Reina. Reina has to clear it first time. 20 minutes left in the first half here. We await a goal at Anfield. The last 3 games between these two sides have finished 1-1. Here's to Nielsen, to Bentner and Nasri. Sanya on the far side. Some of the Arsenal passing is a joy to watch, but then that's precisely what you'd expect from them. Alonso hits it upfield. Kite will be onside. No offside flag. Oh, he's brought down by Sylvester, and that's going to be a yellow card. No.
I'll tell you what happened, Alan. He headed it and it hit Sylvester's body first, and then they crashed into each other. Referee was in a great position.
But it's still no free kick.
No, I don't think it was.
No. Here's Arshavin for Arsenal. 19 minutes left in the first period of the game. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. To Nielsen, back to Silvestre, and Silvestre hits it away towards the far side. Sanya heads it in field well, and it's Fabregas. The Liverpool supporters still jeering because of, well, what they perceive should have been a Liverpool free kick, and now it's an Arsenal free kick for a foul by Riera on Sanya on the far side. Level with the edge of the Liverpool penalty. Arsenal in their yellow shirts with dark blue sleeves are attacking the Kop end in the first half. The floodlights shine brightly, though there's still some daylight here. What time is it? 8:30 in the evening. Yes, summer is coming, folks. So the free kick to be taken from the right hand side by Nasri. Nasri whips it in. Reina came and then changed his mind, and anyway it was overhit, and here's Arbeloa for Liverpool to make the clearance. On towards Kout. Gibbs made the challenge. Kout did well, actually. He slipped and then he just put the ball toward the halfway line. But here's Fabregas. Fabregas high for Nasri on the far side. Brought down by Nasri, but he's tackled by Aurelio, and the Brazilian brings it away. Bentner tried to trip him. Here's Benayoun. Benayoun over the halfway line. Lovely dribble by the Israeli. Benayoun still going forward. Does he lay it off? Comes off a defender, and that might go behind for a corner for Liverpool. Right in front of the Arsenal fans.
Yeah, good run by Benayoun. I thought once he cut inside, there was very, very little on. It's worth a shot, really.
I think that's a paper dart that comes in for the Arsenal fans. Corner taken. Short. Here's Alonso crossing into the penalty area, headed away by Bentner. And then Alonso sort of ran into Mascherano. That was careless from the two Liverpool players. Sanya chips it forward. Fabregas into Arshavin. No offside flag. He wasn't offside. Here's Bentner. Bentner running forward. Gibbs is totally free. Awful pass by the Dane. Gibbs forced to run wide to the left. There's the cross in. Out comes Reina. And again, almost collides with Agger. Shot driven in. Bentner might have got a touch on it. Didn't. It's behind for a goal kick.
Right, well, first and foremost, when the cross came in, I mean, Agger and Reina have just had words, which it's very difficult. If Agger's going to come and head that ball, he can't suddenly leave it if the goalkeeper says so. You have to deal with it. And it just came through to Fabregas, who hit it first time, right foot volley, and Bentner was on his heels. If he'd been alert and alive, it would have been 1-0. Yeah.
Fabregas' shot was certainly going wide, and he was just about a foot ahead of Nicholas Bentner. But what about that awful pass by Bentner when he could have sent Gibbs through?
Well, they completely slowed the move down.
So it's even. Half-time at Dagenham. David Oates.
Brentford may have to wait for promotion. Half-time, Dagenham leading by 2-0. Sam Saunders with the first. Solomon Taiwo with a 25-yard volley the second. Dagenham 2, Brentford 0.
Well, we just missed a chance there for Benayoun running through on Kout's header. Good save by Fabianski diving. This is we sense where it really matters tonight. A game at the top of the Premier League as we close in on the climax. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. Arbeloa high for Torres. Torres takes it in his chest. Torres there. Torres beats him. Torres shoots. Lashes in the shot. Mistake by Fabianski. Cleared by Silvestre out of play.
Pure strength by Torres. Invited the challenge. Hit a ball from some 20 plus yards. Came right off Fabianski. Forced it for Arsenal. Silvestre was in there to make the clearance.
Throw in taken. Goes back to Carragher. And Carragher crosses high. Should be headed away by Sanya. Wasn't a great header. And that wasn't a good ball by Mascherano either. Nasri to Fabregas, gives it away. Alonso forward to Kout. Liverpool press for the opening goal. Pass is wide. Arbeloa's going to keep it in play though, close to the corner flag, and then he ran it in, and Gibbs tucked it behind for a corner. Gibbs sort of rocking in his heels there. I think he had to play it safety first.
He's not getting much protection either, is he, from our shaving Gibbs?
They look so vulnerable in defence, Arsenal.
Very.
Derby 0, Reading 0 is a half-time score at Pride Park. Alonso with a corner for Liverpool. Near post, headed on Berger and cleared from just in front of the far post by Nasri. I don't think it was going in. Aurelio shoots, hits Toure, slips in the air, header down by Torres, and out comes Fabianski.
Yeah, it's a value having a defender on the post, Alan, from corners.
Not sure it would have gone in, though. I think it was probably going wide, but Nasri had to make the clearance.
Absolutely. Probably saves you 5 or 6 goals a year, that.
14 minutes to half-time. Liverpool, you know, they're aware of the dangers that Arsenal pose, but they keep on pressing Liverpool. They need to win the game. On the far side, it's with Count. Bristol Rovers 1, Brighton 1. Here's Mascherano, 0-0 at Anfield in the 8 o'clock kickoff. 14 minutes to half-time. Aurelio running back, and where's he going? He plays it to Reina, and Reina slaps the clearance to the halfway line. Benayoun. Well, there should have been a shout there between Benayoun and Torres, and here's a mistake, is it? No. Silvestre gets the pass back to Fabianski, and well, I thought there was a foul on Silvestre, but the referee ignores it. The goalkeeper clears it upfield, and that was definitely played by Carragher into Arshavin and out for a throw. At half-time at the Rico, Coventry 0, Barnsley 1. Throw into Liverpool. I suppose they're just shading it, Mark. Liverpool.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you know, chances alone, very much Liverpool, but in terms of football played, it's 50-50.
Yeah, absolutely. Alonso heads it forward, doesn't reach Torres. Song gives it away, though. Count. Good work by the Dutchman. Then he ran back into Song, who's tackled by Benayoun. It's Mascherano to Benayoun. Benayoun evaded one Arsenal tackle, not the second by Arshavin, but it was a foul tackle by the Russian, and it's a free kick to Liverpool. Just short of the halfway line. 13 minutes left in the first period. Alonso strikes the free kick toward the far side. Aurelio headed it infield, but Riera's caught in possession. Nasri into Nielsen, back to Fabregas and on to Song. Head of the centre circle, slightly to the left. The pass to Arshavin. Great work by Arshavin. Pass to Arbeloa, and then he slips. He wasn't fouled, and the ball squirts behind for a goal kick. Northampton 1, Scunthorpe 1. That's a half-time.
Did great at first, just invited the full-back in and beat him, didn't he, with his swivel of the hips, Arshavin. And I think he kicked the ball twice with the same leg.
That's difficult to
cross it. It's not easy, I'll tell you. No. Especially up here with your coat on.
Reina with a goal kick for Liverpool in front of the Kop, and he strikes it right-footed, driven towards Torres. Silvestre heads it away. Not the tallest of central defenders, Silvestre, but he's not bad in the air. Here's Torres though again though. Torres fancies taking on Gibbs. Gibbs did well, helped out by Song, and the pass back to Fabianski. He's done quite well in goal.
He's done well, very well. It's the one that he spilt basically.
Yep. Excellent challenge by Carragher on Nasri. You know, that was the defender saying, I'm going to win this, you get out of the way. Charlton 1, Cardiff 0. That's a half-time score. Reina hits it mightily upfield, hooked away by Silvestre, and then fair challenge on Fabregas. Nothing wrong with that. He's down clutching his right leg, but there's nothing wrong with him. Here's Count, and Alonso puts the ball out of play so that his fellow Spaniard can receive, quote, treatment. Surely it's up to the referee to blow his whistle if he thinks there's something wrong. And do you know something? I don't think he's going to let anybody on, because he's not at all convinced there's anything wrong with Fabregas.
Well done, Howard.
There was nothing wrong with him.
He got a knock, because I tell you what, Carragher was more hungry for the ball than he was.
And well done, Arshavin. He at least throws the ball back to Liverpool. Fabregas is fine. Here's Alonso, who's tackled by Fabregas, and the ball goes out of play. That just illustrated there was nothing wrong with Fabregas in the first place. Arbeloa is throwing, headed by Song, down by Torres. Kuyt might win it. No, Danielson did really well. Kuyt persists. It's back to Toure. Toure with a clearance. Carragher. Hardwell says that's a foul on Fabregas for sort of barge from behind.
Yeah, I think a sort of barge from behind is a foul, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Well, it wasn't a knife in the back or an axe through the head. It was a barge from behind. Free kick taken for Arsenal. Song to Bentner. Back to Song, and he's looking for Nasri. And he finds Nasri just to the right of Liverpool penalty. Aurelio was there. Nasri's done well to control the ball. Riera's back there too. Riera wins it, finds Aurelio onto Mascherano. Mascherano loses the ball. Not once but twice. Here's Nasri inside the Liverpool penalty area. Through Fabregas, must be offside surely. No, he's not. Bendtner shoots into the net. Liverpool fans, look to the linesman. I certainly thought he was offside, but he's not offside. It's been knocked into the net, and Arsenal have a lead. 10 minutes to go to half time.
Yeah, Shaven, I think, with the final touch, and left-footed. He almost seemed surprised when the ball came through to him, and he hit it, and he hit the underside of the bar and just came down, fortunately for Arsenal, on the right side of the line, 1-0.
Well, I'm just getting a replay now, and it's very marginal. Very marginal, but Arshavin has put Arsenal in front. 9 minutes to half time. So that's a blow, a mighty blow for Liverpool, and mightily encouraging for Chelsea, but in particular for Manchester United, the champions, who don't play until tomorrow night, remember. Here's Alonso from the restart.
Was it Mascherano caught with the ball, Alan?
Yes,
I think
he was. Arbeloa crosses into the penalty area. Fabianski catches it easily. That's a big task for Liverpool now.
Well, of course, the problem is everybody knows when you play against Arsenal and you give them the lead, and then you have to start to open up, which, of course, for them is glorious.
Well, Fabregas finds Bendtner. Here's Fabregas again. Back to Arshavin, the goal scorer. Into Danielson, slightly overhit. Riera robs him. Onto Kaut, and now here's Mascherano, who was guilty for the goal. Finds Benayoun. Benayoun approaching the penalty, into the penalty. Shoots! Great save by Fabianski, right-handed, pushing the ball to safety.
Yeah, it was a good save. Very good save. Left foot by Benayoun, not his strongest foot, everybody knows, but also a really comfortable height for the goalkeeper. Don't take anything away from the save, though.
Listen to the roar around Anfield. It's coupled with anxiety, of course. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1. Aguerd, left-footed, up towards Kaut. Kaut directs the ball with his head towards Riera. Didn't reach Riera. Mascherano went into the challenge, trying to win it back for Liverpool. There's a foul by Bendtner on Aguerd. Dane against Dane, and it's a free kick to Liverpool. Arsenal fans singing at the moment, and Riera and Sagna are having a pop at each other off the ball. Behind the referee's back. Linesman hasn't spotted that. Benayoun heading it down, feeding it on. Riera into the penalty area. Where's the cross? Pulling it back. Benayoun was there too, but it's knocked behind by Sylvester for a corner.
Yeah, Sylvester reacted before anybody, just saw the danger. Old pro.
7 minutes to half time. Arsenal lead 1-0. Alonso with a corner for Liverpool at the Anfield Road end of the stadium. Left side. He's going to play it right-footed. Doubt if it'll be short, but we'll wait. Hardweb's looking for any pushing or shirt pulling in the penalty area. Aurelio's nearby. Alonso drives it in deep, looking for Kaut, headed behind by Toure. Corner. Wasn't the best corner, was it?
I love the fact that Toure put his arm up, and it wasn't me. It was a goal kick.
So dishonest, isn't it? It is so dishonest.
No, it's just
all
something
players do it now.
Something you do.
You know,
they've always done it. Don't worry about that.
Aurelio to take this corner because it's from the right side now, and he can hit it left-footed. Arsenal defending their 1-goal lead. Oh, that's a good catch for Fabianski.
It's a waste, really, isn't it? And it landed somewhat 4 yards from his line. Too easy for him.
Well, Fabianski will be mightily encouraged. He's made 2 good saves from Benayoun. That's a couple of, confidence-building catches. And Arsenal, more importantly, are a goal up. Riera looking for Torres. Fabianski came, changed his mind. Sylvester's there, passes back to Fabianski. Fabianski, where's he going? He clears it to Sagna on the far side of the field. Sagna now to Fabregas. Fabregas in. Mascherano makes the tackle, but the ball doesn't break to a red shirt. Song onto the near side of the field. This is perfect for Arsenal. They can play in the counter-attack all evening. Arshavin to Song. Nasri available on the far side. Song sort of should. In fact, he tried to chip Reina, which was outrageously ambitious, and he only chipped it over the crossbar.
Well, it's a waste because, as everybody knows, when Arsenal are playing well, the ball moves very, very quickly. It nearly always moves forward, and it moves at a great pace, and it makes it very difficult for defenders funneling back to get the ball off them.
Well, that's a great goal kick. That was a pass goal kick by Reina to Arbeloa on the halfway line. Alonso. Arbeloa again. Here's Carragher. Carragher 15 yards short of the halfway line, chipping it towards Riera. Riera beaten in the air by Toure, and the ball flicks out of play for a throw into Liverpool inside the final 5 minutes of the first half here on 5 Live. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1. A match that, Wenger thinks that Arsenal can still win the title. I think he's daydreaming, but it certainly would be a heck of a blow for Liverpool's chances of catching Manchester United. Probably fatal. Here's Alonso. Not a good pass. It was hit behind Benayoun. Danielson away to Bentner. Back to Nasri. And Desanya on the far side of the field over the halfway line now in front of the main stand at Anfield. Chip infield. Headed away by Carragher. And Alonso finds Kuyt. Kuyt looking for Torres. Overhits the pass, and that's running through to Fabianski. And Kuyt acknowledges that he got the pass all wrong.
He went aerial route, didn't he? He could have just slid it or bent it round Sylvester or Gibbs, and Torres would have won the race.
Well, Liverpool have won an awful lot of points this season, coming from behind in matches, and that's precisely what they'll have to do here. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1, a goal by Arshavin, who hadn't done a great deal else. That's why I thought it was Bentner initially. Here is Arshavin, holding off 2 Liverpool players, finds the Nielsen, and then Gibbs straight out of play for a throw in for Liverpool. Just short of the halfway line. Liverpool would dearly love to strike back before half time. Arbeloa with a throw to Carragher. Carragher plays it to his other central defender, that's Agger. Agger onto Mascherano, and on the far side, Riera. Gerrard in the stadium but can't do anything about this. Torres, good header down. Benayoun onto Torres, that's good work. Oh, Torres was very unlucky, and no foul. I think it was just a collision between him and Silvestre.
Yeah,
I think the referee got it right.
Referee in the right place again. Very much so. I mean, the crowd aren't happy, as you imagine, but I think Alderweir's done really, really well.
Well, it wasn't a great throw-in, but Benayoun did something with it. Finds Kuyt and on to Arbeloa. Arbeloa increasingly over the last couple of months has been an attacking fullback. Into Benayoun, on to Kuyt, into the penalty area. Kuyt crosses, Benayoun is there, spins, Torres, good clearance that way by Toure. Now Kuyt again, right edge of the penalty area. Has he created room for the cross? He has, but not for anything other than a corner, because it was blocked by Gibbs.
Great interception by Toure.
Alonso to take the corner from the right for a change, not Aurelio. Alonso, right-footed, deep. Mascherano with a header down. On the far post, out comes Fabianski. Kuyt is there. Oh, it was an appeal for a handball against Sylvester. I'm sure it wasn't a handball, and it's out a play for a throw-in on the far side.
And amidst all that, an impression of Superman from the goalkeeper.
Yep. Right arm, right fist forward, and hardly made contact. Throw in taken, then a cross whipped in, and here comes Superman again, punching it away. Fabianski out for throwing.
He's not having a convincing last 30 seconds.
No. But Arsenal lead 1-0 and will be so keen to hold on to this lead till half time. Arbeloa crosses from the right. Benayoun heads it on over the crossbar.
Gets in good positions in the penalty, doesn't he, Benayoun? Gets himself a lot of chances by really good movement. It's a pity he wasn't a better finisher. Good ball in as well.
Yeah, it was a good ball in, but the header was, up and over the goalkeeper rather than wide of the goalkeeper.
Difficult for a Titch to score from there, though, isn't it?
Well, he scored in the Bernabeu. Rather important goal for Liverpool. But they're out of the Champions League now, and this is their remaining target for the season. Can they catch Manchester United, or will the challenge wilt here tonight against Arsenal? Arsenal leading in the final minute of the first half. Ball's out of play on the far side, the Arsenal right. It'll be a throw-in for them. We'll have maybe a couple of minutes of time added on for stoppages. We're approaching that time now. Here's Bentner running forward. Bentner straight into Agger, and the ball squirts back into the Liverpool penalty area to Reina. And Reina is going to hit it long. Torres is there, so too is Silvestre. I think Torres got more on the ball than the Frenchman. And here's Carragher. Carragher whipping it forward. Torres good control. No one to play it to, so he keeps it himself initially. Then he finds Riera down the left side. Riera crosses into the penalty area. Silvestre said, that's mine. Went to meet it first, got there first, and the clearance ran to Agger. Back to Aurelio. And here comes the fourth official. Carragher inside the centre circle. Heading it towards the left side, towards Riera. Just a minute of time added on. Torres flicking it back towards Alonso, cleared by Toure. Thought we wasted a minute just seeing that Fabregas wasn't hurt. Here's Danielson. And now on the halfway line, it's with Slippery Nasri. He's done well. Moves inside the centre circle. The pass forward. What is Reina doing? Out of his penalty here, unnecessarily so. And he hits the clearance upfield. Silvestra's after that. Torres will challenge. It's hit over the halfway line by Silvestre. And here's Gibbs. Gibbs' pass was intercepted by Arbeloa. Mascherano at fault for being caught in possession for the goal, as Kuyt was there. But that wasn't a penalty because Arsenal didn't make best use of it. Liverpool, one last attack in the first half. It's hit by Mascherano down the left, but Torres isn't inside the penalty area. Benayoun slips. Benayoun then backheels the ball. This is an opportunity. Riera from the left side. Back to Benayoun. Misses it. Here's Arbeloa. Arbeloa shoots straight at Fabianski.
Well, eventually the ball seemed to take an ace to try and come through, and it did to Arbeloa. Didn't have much chance there, or much time to hit it, Alan, and consequently didn't get great purchase on it. Comfortable save.
And there's the half-time whistle. And how important is this scoreline in terms of the destination of the Premier League title? Mark, 1-0 to Arsenal.
Yeah, it's a very enjoyable game. It's very, very open. There is no doubt when Liverpool press forward and press onto Arsenal, they look extremely vulnerable. Fabianski's been by far the more busy of the two goalkeepers. But as it stands, a great move by Arsenal has put them in front. And the other spectre from Liverpool's point of view, if they open out, the possibility of counter-attacks from Arsenal is massive.
We've got a heck of a 45 minutes ahead of us. No distractions, please. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1.
Arsenal's players just coming out. Mark Lawrenson sitting beside me. Liverpool's players emerge as well. Just a quick word, Mark, before we talk about the game in hand, because Ray Kennedy came out onto the pitch at half-time and got a magnificent ovation. You know, people who've just switched on. He's been suffering for many years now with Parkinson's disease, and there was a big tribute to him before the game this evening, and a really touching tribute to him.
Yeah, and a lot of people have raised a lot of money for him, John, and of which quite a lot of the money he's not taken. He's given it to other worthwhile charities. He has a specially adapted bungalow up in the northeast of the country. He's just had a sort of walk-in stroke sit-in shower built for him as well to help him. And I know people like Jimmy Case, especially his old buddy from Liverpool, have been fantastic with him. But it was great to see him. I saw a picture of him in the programme. He didn't look particularly well, but when I saw him out on the pitch, he looked a lot better, which obviously is a great bonus.
Here's Howard Webb, the referee, to put the ball on the centre spot. No changes at half-time. Liverpool with Reina in goal. Back four of Arbeloa, Aga, Carragher and Aurelio. Midfield, Mascherano and Alonso. And Benayoun, Kuyt in the central area. Riera and Torres. Arsenal with Fabianski in goal. Back four of Sagna, Toure, Silvestre and Gibbs. In midfield, Danielson and Song. Then Fabregas pushing further forward in the middle. Nasri on the right, Arshavin on the left. And Bentner as the central striker. Arshavin the goal scorer. As the second half gets underway, Liverpool attacking towards the Kop, which is down to our left. Here's Torres now, early ball in, but too close to Fabianski, who was arguably the player of the first half because of the number of saves that he made. Couple of uncertain moments, but some very good saves. And another thing to mention, Mark, we saw at half-time replay on the goal, and Fabregas was onside, it appeared, when it was played through to him by Nasri.
Very, very tight. The other thing is Liverpool have now gone Kuyt on the right, Benayoun up through the middle off Torres.
Yep. Here is Benayoun in possession. Evades the challenge from Song. Benayoun's comes straight off the defender, Silvestre, and is behind for a corner to Liverpool. Liverpool 6 corners in the first half, but didn't really threaten, apart from the header from Aga that I think was going wide in any case, a glancing header. Here is Alonso, dinks it out of the penalty area, and a shot from Aurelio which he slices well wide by 15-16 yards behind for a goal kick.
Shinner, wasn't it? And you probably score one every 3 seasons from there, in all fairness.
So as we mentioned, Arsenal also have the potential threat of Walcott on the substitutes bench this evening, but no Van Persie, no Adebayor this evening. 5 changes from the FA Cup semi-final. Liverpool, of course, weren't playing at the weekend. 1-0, but Liverpool had a number of chances in the first half. A couple of efforts from Torres that were well saved. Benayoun had a very good chance that Fabianski smothered, and 1 or 2 other saves besides. 1-0 Arsenal lead. Arshavin's goal is third for Arsenal, just less than 10 minutes before half-time. And again, if you weren't listening in the first half, the other surprise tonight is the fact that Liverpool's joint owners, George Gillette and Tom Hicks, are here, and they're sitting next to each other in the director's box, and they still are in the second half. I can see them. Here's Nasri to Song, but Song's pass is nowhere near Bentner, who was actually in space on the right. Forward to Liverpool and Torres, but he can't keep it in. Right underneath our commentary position, and it's out for a throw into Arsenal. And Torres is actually running down the touchline to get the ball back, to give it to Sagna to take the throw. It's a dry night. Floodlights brightly on now. And Sagna takes the throw up towards Bentner, headed away by Aurelio. Comes out of play for a Liverpool throw that Alonso, I think, won, because Nasri felt it was an Arsenal throw, and he might have been right. Aurelio takes it. Mascherano, Alonso, bouncing ball, beats Bentner to it, but it's nicked back for Arsenal by Danielson. Now Nasri stretching on the halfway line. Just a little scrappy this after what was a very watchable first half. And then Riera is challenged by Arshavin, and it's out of play again for a throw in. It's actually possibly the most undistinguished little piece of play that we've seen in the game so far.
Yeah, because it's been good, isn't it?
Yeah. Aurelio forward, but headed away by Toure this time. Toure's had a couple of torrid moments in the game up against Torres. Now Arbeloa plays it via a deflection in towards the penalty spot. Indecision between Sagna and Toure. Sagna gave it to Kaut. Kaut's cross straight in the defender. Kaut cross again. Torres header. It's into the bottom corner and Liverpool equalise. Fernando Torres picked out the bottom corner. Fabianski's dive couldn't reach it, and it's Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1.
Yeah, it was a double cross, wasn't it? First cross block from Kaut, came straight back to him. He just helped it back in with quite a lot of loft, actually. It's a really good header from Torres, because he had to get it downward with some pace on it, but Fabianski was nowhere near it.
Well, we said in the first half that Liverpool, in terms of the challenge for the title, needed an early goal. Well, having been a goal down at half-time, they really needed an early goal in the second half, but they've got one. And the indecision again in the Arsenal defence, I think the key moment there, the fact that Sagna and Toure together delayed in clearing it, and in the end Sagna hit it straight at Kaut, and Kaut, having switched to the right, provided the cross for the goal for Torres' header. And here is Torres now, after just scoring his 15th of the season in all competitions for Liverpool. But Torres runs down a blind alley, and it's away downfield. And I can tell you, Northampton have equalised against Scunthorpe in League One. Northampton 2, Scunthorpe 2, and Yeovil 0, Hereford 2, also in League One. Bentner has fallen awkwardly, and the referee again is not allowing the Arsenal physio on, although Bentner did fall awkwardly.
He's all right, John. Well done, ref.
Bentner's still down on his haunches, but Howard Webb says, I think you're going to live, as Jimmy Anfield would say. And Liverpool take the free kick. 1-1 the score. Anfield comes alive, at least the Liverpool supporters do. Here's Benayoun, now into the edge of the box. Riera miscontrolled. Mascherano then headed it. Kaut drives it across, and the whistle has gone for the offside decision.
Yeah. All of a sudden it was a simple ball played through, and there's 2-3 red shirts in there. I don't know what happened to Arsenal defensively.
1-1, Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. The atmosphere, by the way, tonight has been excellent. It's been really noisy, really loud. And
no, just Bentner jumping, winning the header. He had the bad back.
Yeah, he's okay now. The referee spotted it. Reina's clearance long, headed away by Gibbs. Arshavin under pressure, plays it forward, and it comes off Fabregas and just runs through to Agger. And in fact, the ball was out on the far side when Arshavin was challenging and put it out for a throw to Liverpool.
Good change by Benitez tactically. Kaut on the right.
Worked instantly.
Cross for Torres.
Yeah. Well, as I said at the start, I suspected that was how they were actually going to start the game, with Benayoun in the central area. But virtually the whole of the first half, it was Kaut in the middle. And here is Kaut now, who chests the ball down into the penalty area. Kaut still persistent. Sylvestre was there as well. Didn't deal with it, and in the end Fabianski puts it out for a throw.
John, Arsenal can't get out of the half at the moment, and that's to do with Liverpool, but also with poor defending from Arsenal.
Liverpool have got a chance here if they can capitalise on this uncertainty at the back that Arsenal have in this present time, with the noise behind them, attacking towards the Kop. 1-1 the score in the Barclays Premier League. Liverpool trying to go back to the top of the table this evening, although Manchester United would then, after tonight, have 2 games in hand on them. Here's Nasri down below us. Sanya plays it back to Nasri, and then Fabregas with a touch, but Liverpool quick to intercept, and then Fabregas plays it out to the right hand side where Bentner slid after it and swung a leg after it and couldn't stop it out for a throw, which is taken quickly. Count now to Torres. Torres looks lively as he takes it on through the middle, but just overran it, and Arsenal could clear. Now Count in with the challenge on Gibbs. Arbeloa is there as well, and Sylvestre has to come across and power it into the third row of the main stand.
Arsenal doing well not to buckle here under the pressure.
They really have to be strong here. Torres, on that occasion, when he ran forward, looked almost unstoppable. Now it's pumped into the penalty area by Mascherano, and Toure was there to head it away unchallenged. And then Carragher now has to chase back into his own half to pick up the ball that was cleared away downfield. Still Gloucester 6, Worcester 13 in the Guinness Premiership. 10 minutes to go at Kingsholm. Liverpool in possession. Agger playing tonight instead of Skirtle, who's on the bench. One of 2 changes from Stamford Bridge. Agger takes it a long way up the left wing until Sanya plays it into him, and it bounces out for a throw-in to Arsenal halfway inside their own half. What a noise inside the ground. If it stays like this, Liverpool will go top on goal difference tonight, but Anfield and Liverpool know it really has to be a win. 1-1. Here's Song now to the left hand side. Gibbs cuts inside Mascherano. Still Gibbs tries to thread a pass, which he does actually, to Nasri on this right hand side. Nasri then back to Fabregas, looks up, sees Danielson and Sanya available. Sanya tried to win a free kick, he stayed down. Aurelio's challenge, I'm not sure there was much in that, and the referee thinks likewise. Count to Riera now as Liverpool sweep forward, but Benayoun's overhit the pass when one good ball might have set Torres through on goal. Oh, it's given away by Fabianski, poor clearance, but Count, it bounced off him, and Arsenal have got it back.
I'm not sure whether the pass from Benayoun, I think he saw both Riera and Torres. He sort of got caught between the two of them, didn't he, in terms of where to pass it to.
And then free kick goes against, I think it was Benayoun with a foot up. Sanya is still struggling after that challenge from Aurelio. I think he's okay now, though, as he crosses.
Don't worry, when the ball comes to him, he'll be fine.
Yeah. He's now back in position at right back. 1-1 the score on BBC 5 Live as Bentner and Carragher just tangle. Carragher plays it back to Reina. Long downfield, took a little flick. Benayoun's after it. Sylvestre plays it back to Fabianski, who had to be very careful and angled it out to Gibbs, and Gibbs has given it away. And Count now into the penalty area. Count's crossed to the back post. Benayoun's there. It hits the post. Or did it cross the line? Liverpool are saying it crossed the line. The assistant's given it. The goal is given. Benayoun scored and Liverpool lead 2-1.
It was miles across the line, John. There's absolutely no argument whatsoever from the Arsenal players. None whatsoever. Fabianski must have got it from about 4 foot from behind the line. And the referee's assistant on the far side immediately said it was in. Easily.
Yes. Well, it was certainly a foot and a half. And Benayoun, Benayoun has stayed down. The Liverpool players all leapt up on top of him on the turf next to the goal in front of the Kop. Not sure whether the injury was in putting the ball in the net or from his teammates landing on top of him, but I think he's going to be okay. So 2-1 Liverpool lead. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 1, and we've still got 35 minutes to play.
And again, it was Arsenal failing to clear the lines. Very, very sloppy.
Here's Benayoun, who is given a tremendous reception from down below us in the centenary stand. He's running to this side of the field because, having received treatment, he has to do that, of course. So Liverpool 2, Arsenal 1 now, after Arsenal led at half-time. A goal at Derby, Ian Brown.
It's Derby 0, Reading 2. Shane Long was onside this time. He had plenty of time to think about as he took on goalkeeper Bywater, but he slotted it low into the net. Derby 0, Reading 2.
Given away by Aurelio, and that meant that Fabregas could take it on. Bentner now back to Nasri, but in came Count with a challenge. And Mascherano shrugs off Bentner. And Mascherano drives a high ball forward for Torres against Sylvestre, and he very nearly headed it on past Sylvestre, but the Arsenal defender just got it.
The problem for Arsenal at the moment, they are three departments of the team, and then they're not even moving as one, they're not attacking as one, they're certainly not defending as one. Just the back four, it's Liverpool running at them. There is no protection in front of Touré and Sylvestre at all.
It's been a stunning start to the second half, and you know, Anfield, the cop, the crowd has really played their part, but real tempo, great pressure. It's now Northampton 2, Scunthorpe 3 in League One. Scunthorpe going for promotion, Northampton in danger of relegation. But those two goals coming within around about 5-6 minutes of each other. First Torres header, then Benayoun. Here they come again, Liverpool. Touré though heads it away on the edge of the box. Aurelio takes it up down the left hand side. Aurelio looks infield, finds Alonso. Benayoun then back to Mascherano. 10 yards inside Arsenal territory. Forward it goes to Riera. Now Torres. Riera was caught. Torres actually got away from Sagna and Touré, but the whistle had gone to bring it back for the free kick.
The whistle had already gone just as Riera hit the floor, and Torres was performing his trick to go past the two defenders. Howard Webb had already blown.
So 2-1 Liverpool lead. Breathless start to the second half. Alonso and Aurelio are over the ball. Two-man Arsenal wall. Referee Howard Webb is talking to Fabregas, who is one of those two. Fabregas and Nasri together. Not showing any great urgency in moving back the full 10 yards. Doesn't look it from our angle up here. So, free kick. Alonso will take it. Here it goes. Swirling into the back post and beyond the far post and behind for a goal kick.
It just looked for a second. I mean, we are right behind it. But it just looked for a second as though Fabianski wasn't quite sure where it was going, didn't it? But also, just before that, Howard Webb had a word with Fabregas, and it looked like he was saying to him, listen, I'm refereeing, not you.
2-1 Liverpool lead. Benayoun with, I think, what must be called a brave header, you know, for the goal. He's scored some important goals, hasn't he, lately?
Very much. We said it about him getting in great positions in the penalty area.
Well, he could have scored a header in the first half. Torres, looked as though he might have been fouled by Song. Count now is in there, and he, is adjudged to have fouled Fabregas. Arsenal take the free kick quickly. Now it's Nasri to Sagna. Sagna now cuts in field. Sagna looks up and finds Danielson. Little touch from him. Fabregas, nice touch with his instep to Bentner inside the box. Liverpool defenders coming back. Bentner, then back to Fabregas, back to the penalty area. And Fabregas, as a result, has to play it back to Song, who beat Alonso. Now Fabregas tries to slip it through, and that was a back pass from Kaut that was a little short. And Reina had to clear it with Arshavin sliding in, but he had every right to go for the ball, Arshavin.
He did, and I'm not sure where they caught Reina. I think Reina just jumped out of the way, and the referee's given a free kick to Liverpool. But it's some of the interplay in and around the edge of the penalty area there by Arsenal was excellent.
The goal, that second goal for Liverpool, the cross came in to Benayoun at the back post. I think there were two Arsenal defenders with him. Benayoun got to it, and the header, certainly the replay showed, was 1.5 feet, 2 feet over the line before it was clawed away by Fabianski. And now Riera has gone down, reacting to the challenge from Sagna. Well, he's clutching his face, Riera. I'm not sure whether there was a flailing arm.
I think it was accidental.
Well, he still clutches his face, and he still writhes around on the ground.
I don't know, it might have been a little bit worse. He might have thrown his arm out when you see the replay. But
I mean, I've only half caught that replay. I'm not sure whether it actually made contact with him.
There's a yellow
card for Sagna. That's the first booking of the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
2-1 Arsenal lead. We've got just under half an hour to play. So as it stands, Liverpool going 2 points clear at the top of the table tonight. Manchester United will have 2 games in hand. Riera is finally now climbing to his feet. I'm not sure whether it quite merited that reaction.
No. He's from the same village in Mallorca as Nadal, isn't he? Manacor.
You've told me that 3 times before.
Have I?
Yes.
Sorry, Dad.
Here's a free kick then as a result of that challenge by Sagna on Riera. I'm sure somebody will be listening who hasn't heard it. Here's Alonso now to the right-hand side. Arbeloa with a cross, headed away by Sylvestre. Comes back to Arbeloa on that right-hand side, who cleverly beat Gibbs. Now Mascherano to Kaut, who turns. Arbeloa now plays it right across the edge of the penalty area. Torres shoots on the turn, but straight at Fabianski.
Great first touch from Torres. A little swivel, right foot hit. Didn't get great contact on it.
Overall, Mark, what would you say about Liverpool's performance tonight? Overall,
I think they've been good. They've carried a goal threat all the time. I mean, they have been helped by Arsenal. Arsenal at the back bear no resemblance to the rest of the team. The rest of the team of Arsenal is very, very good, especially midfield, outstanding. But at the back, they're all over the place.
Sometimes, we say that they need Steven Gerrard to give them the sort of drive that they've had tonight. But it's here without Gerrard. 2-1 Liverpool lead. It would be a sixth consecutive league win if Liverpool can hang on to what they've got at the moment. Aurelio now to Benayoun. To the left-hand side, Riera could be in here, into the penalty area, pulls it across, but the sliding block from Toure, who timed that perfectly to block it behind for a corner.
I just felt with Riera, his second or his third touch seemed to get it underneath his feet and just gave a little bit of time for Toure to get in. I thought after the first touch, I'd have been blasting it with his favourite left foot across the goalkeeper.
Well, we said in the first half and at half-time, there's going to be an Arsenal change very shortly. Walcott is going to come on for Arsenal, I'm hearing from Alistair Yeomans, who's in the tunnel at the other side of the ground. Corner to Liverpool. Alonso takes it to the edge of the 6-yard box. Bentner's back there to head it away powerfully and well. Liverpool pick up possession again in the red, attacking towards the packed top. Out to the right it goes to Kaut, who then drifts infield. He's on his right foot, all right foot, through to Benayoun, who's given offside. I thought he was offside. And Northampton's 3, Scunthorpe 3.
You know where the referee's assistant waits a little bit? They say, just wait a little minute. Why do they when they're so offside anyway?
Well, I thought Benayoun had already touched it before the flag actually went up.
He had.
We've got just over 25 minutes to play. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 1. I was going to say, Mark, in the first half and at half-time we're talking about, the Arsenal threat on the counter-attack, which is there, but because Liverpool have started so positively, they've just penned Arsenal back.
Well, they're suffocating Arsenal, aren't they?
Reina clears from his hands. Gibbs heads it out on the far side.
Who do you think will come off for Arsenal, John? Nasri?
Well, I was thinking either Arshavin or Nasri. Let's have a look. Here's the board. And it's Danielson who's coming off.
All right. So Nasri will move inside, I would have thought.
Well, let's have a look. Wondering if he... Well, let's have a look and see what he does. There's the possibility of 4-4-2. But Walcott is speaking to Nasri.
Yeah, he's going to come play inside.
Yeah, and telling Nasri
Walcott
where to
on
go.
the right.
Throw into Liverpool then. 2-1 Liverpool lead on 5 Live. And Mascherano takes it and gives it back to the taker of the throw, Arbeloa, who might have been caught late there. He was. It's the assistant who's given it. Arbeloa played it and he was caught by Arshavin, so it's a free kick to Liverpool out on the right flank. Yeovil 1, Hereford 2 now. In the Championship, by the way, just while we've got a little stoppage here, latest scores: Charlton 1, Cardiff 0 still, Coventry 0, Barnsley 1, and Derby 0, Reading 2 are the scores. Free kick then for Liverpool. Aurelio, the left back, has gone across, so it'll be an in-swinger from that side. The two-man Arsenal wall again doesn't retreat the full distance, and Howard Webb makes sure they do. Liverpool with 5 players in and around the edge of the penalty area. Aurelio waits, 1 foot on the pitch, in fact both feet off the pitch. Drives in the free kick now into the 6-yard box. Fabianski comes and the flag goes up. So
presumably for offside.
Offside. Well, it didn't look it.
Good punch, by the way, by Fabianski.
Under pressure. Well, there was room for improvement on that front. Very good saves from Fabianski through the game, but 1 or 2 unconvincing punches. 2-1 Liverpool lead after Arshavin gave Arsenal the lead 10 minutes before the half-time with a shot in off the crossbar. Oh, it's been given away by Arbeloa. Arshavin takes it on. Oh, shoots brilliantly into the goal. And Arsenal have struck back again. And it's 2-2 now at Anfield.
I think it was Arbeloa, wasn't it? It seemed to dilly and dally, and the next thing is Arshavin just gambled, pinched the ball off him, came forward, inside left position, edge of the penalty area, and he's hit a howitzer right across Reina to the far corner. I mean, it's brilliantly finished, but Liverpool defensively just seemed to completely open up.
Arbeloa is standing down there looking at the heavens. His mistake. And from almost nowhere, Arshavin with a brilliant shot. You know, it was presented to him, but goodness me, he took advantage.
Johnny, he had a postie stamp to aim at.
Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. And suddenly the atmosphere changes. I can tell you it is Dagenham 3, Brentford 1 now. Goal back for Brentford, who seem to be stumbling again this evening. But 2-2 here. And it is halfway through the second half on 5 Live at Anfield. And here is Alan Green.
And here's Kite running forward. He seemed to push Gibbs over, and he does, and it's a free kick to Arsenal. Well, that was just a sensational strike by Arshavin. Absolutely sensational.
It was just a little gap open, wasn't it? It was like, go on, you're not going to stick it in there, are you?
Well, given the angle that we've got looking out from the Centenary stand, I'm thinking that angle is very acute to shoot from there, but it was brilliant. Though it has to be said, both Arsenal goals have come courtesy of poor Liverpool defensive decisions. First of all by Mascherano and then by Arbeloa.
You'd argue that Liverpool's goals are the same. A bit of a ditto, Alan, from the way Arsenal defended or didn't.
Here's Arbeloa on the far side. Again, he's caught in possession. Mascherano goes in, wins it back. A game that Liverpool have to win. Cout on to Mascherano. He's going to run down that far touchline. He got a nudge there from Nasri. Well, the linesman was close by. He saw nothing wrong. And we've got to go with his judgment because he's far closer to the incident than we are. Here's Walcott now. Well, it's a drama-filled game. It really is. Not quite Chelsea-Liverpool in the Champions League. Great cross in by Walcott. Bentner couldn't get his head to the ball, and Reina rushes to the far side of the field to keep it in play.
Well, the other thing as well is this game's only going to get better because Liverpool have to win. So they have to push forward. They push forward, and Arsenal now with Walcott on as well. It's just going to be a rip-roarer to the end.
Here's Fabregas to Song and Bentner. That's a good ball by Bentner to Nasri. Walcott a little too far forward, so too is Bentner. He's surely offside. Comes back onside now. Well done, Nasri. Finds Arshavin. He's on a hat-trick, remember. On to Nasri. Nasri cross in there. Too high. There's a mistake. This is the hat-trick. Arshavin, right-footed, low onto the goalkeeper, Reina, and another catastrophic defensive error by Liverpool. I think it was Aurelio at fault.
It was Aurelio. And under no great pressure, the ball came in. Bentner had missed it. I don't think there was another Arsenal player in there for at least 5 yards, and it was just a really, really poor header. And it's a good finish by Arshavin, obviously, but again, Liverpool have gifted Arsenal another goal.
As I said, he was on a hat-trick. Well, he ain't done a lot, Arshavin, but well, that's 3 goals for the Russian.
Well,
brilliant.
The thing is, Alan, defensively, you couldn't have put that ball. It wasn't a header, sorry, it was just played with his feet. You couldn't have put that ball in a worse position, right to Arshavin's feet.
So, Arsenal, having been 1 up, then 2-1 down, now lead 3-2. Torres shoots. That angle was very acute, and it's wide of goal.
And Liverpool getting quite a lot of joy with a diagonal ball, left to right, full-back position, to Cout on the right-hand side, who's out-jumping Gibbs at will and just knocking things either on or down to the fellow Liverpool players.
I suppose I could mention that
Reina
has yet to keep a clean sheet against Arsenal at 8 appearances. He's been beaten 3 times tonight. 19 minutes left for play. Arsenal lead 3-2. Ball's out of play, and it's going to be a throw into Arsenal. Bentner's going to take it. Back it goes to Nasri. Nasri to Sanya. Sanya feeds it on. Agger clears. That's going straight to Song, who heads it to Nasri. And that's a good flick by Nasri to Gibbs. On to Song. Arsenal threatening further goals. It's played through. Fabregas is surely offside. He is offside. Charlton 2, Cardiff 1 now.
Probably just as well he was offside, by the way, because Reina smashed it against Carragher.
And Rotherham 2, Morecambe 1, I think.
It is.
Sorry, I was hearing the score when you were talking.
Morecambe on the edge of the playoffs, I think.
Well, the ball's gone into the Arsenal crowd, and they didn't give it back until the other ball was produced, and now they do throw it back onto
the other ball to Arshavin.
Gloucester 6, Worcester 13. That's a final score. Reina with the free kick to Agger. On now to Mascherano. Agger approaching the halfway line. Into Aurelio, guilty for the third goal. Riera down the left side, calls it in. Torres is there inside the penalty area. Torres again, great work by Torres, and Torres makes it 3-3. It's a fantastic goal by Fernando Torres.
That's absolutely brilliant. And he's back to the goal. He's just under 18 yards out. Great first touch. He waited to feel where the defender was, just pushed it to one side and whacked it into the bottom corner as Babel's about to come on. Is it Babel?
For Riera. Yes, Babel for Riera. Well, it is beginning to get like Chelsea and Liverpool.
I told you it's going to open up. It's got to. Arsene Wenger's reaction to the goal as well was a bit like Sir Alex Ferguson's to the non-penalty on Sunday.
All right, well, 3-3. We've had great passing. We've had mistakes. Increasingly, it's that Champions League game, Chelsea-Liverpool last week. Liverpool involved once more, and it's 3-3. What did it finish at Stamford Bridge? 4-4? We've still got 17 minutes to go. Here's Nasri, and Riera had gone off the pitch the near side of the field, and he sort of run the whole way around there. And now here's Song for Arsenal, in towards Bender, chance for 4-3. Oh, it's in! Bender scored!
Offside.
Incredible! No, he's offside. My word, I'm not sure about that. Frankly, I'm not sure about anything anymore. Ball upfield, cleared away by Sylvester. Don't you just love football?
Yeah, the linesman's flag went, or the referee's assistant's flag went up very, very quickly.
The trouble is, unless we actually stand up here
and
or lean dramatically
fall off,
we cannot see.
I can.
Oh, you're a genius. Agger hits it crossfield. Agger chases after it. Gibbs just allows it to go behind for a goal kick.
It's not a position where you really want to lean over, is it?
No, you don't want to. If you fall from this side, you're dead. 16 minutes to go here, and another dramatic evening on 5 Live. Liverpool 3, Arsenal 3. O'Shaven's had a hat-trick. Torres has had 2, and Benayoun only 1. Now, Torres was, he rolled over as if he was fouled there. He certainly fell over, but the referee hard web, who's actually had an excellent game, saw nothing wrong. Ball's head out of play. Dagenham 3, Brentford 1 is a full time. This game kicked off at 8 o'clock. Here's Mascherano running forward between 2 Arsenal defenders. Toure surely too strong for him. Well, that was a barge by Mascherano on Toure, but he got away with that, the Argentine, and Toure had to put it out for a throw-in. Close to the corner flag. Liverpool attacking the Kop end, and the noise is fantastic at Anfield. Thrown by Arbeloa to Kuyt. Back now to Mascherano. Alonso's available. Mascherano just chips it forward. Arshavin blocked it with some part of his body, and it's out for another throw-in.
Mascherano let the referee's assistant know as well.
Yeah. Throw goes to Kuyt, right at the penalty area. Kuyt, no room to turn, hoping for a foul challenge. It was a fair challenge, and Arsenal should clear. And then Arbeloa might be booked here for that tackle, or is he just being ticked off? Just being ticked off. Who do you fancy?
Brittany.
Even with all that weight she's put on. Free kick to Arsenal. Less than a quarter of an hour to go at Anfield. Liverpool 3, Arsenal 3. I hope for Sir Alex's state of health he's not bothering to watch or listen to this game. He won't be sure which way it's going. Fabregas delaying a Liverpool free kick. Fabregas should back off the 10 yards. He just refuses to go. He thinks he should referee the game. Agger plays the free kick to Mascherano. Mascherano onto Arbeloa and played back. Carragher to Reina, and Reina out to Carragher again. So many defensive mistakes made tonight, though. You think any time it goes near the penalty areas, there's another likely goal. Kuyt heads it on. Torres chases after it. Toure just manages to slot the clearance in. It hits his defender. Out comes Fabianski, who slides and gets there before Torres.
That's a good clearance by Toure, but it hit Sagna, didn't it? And almost played Torres back in then.
Fabianski has the ball.
He's limping, Torres.
Yep. Don't think he's coming off, though. Fabianski with the clearance upfield. Alonso with a header back towards the far side. Kuyt chases across there, can't keep it in play, and it's a throw into Arsenal. 13 minutes to go, 3-3. Throw in for Arsenal goes to Song. Song in the centre circle to Bentner. Back to Nasri. And Nasri now to Sagna. Bentner on to Walcott, and, well, Aurelio dived in there. He must have got a touch on the ball outside of play. It's now Charlton 2, Cardiff 2 in the Championship. And it's full time at Derby. Reading have won 2-0 at Derby. Here we are at Anfield, 12 and a half minutes to go, and this is 5 Live. Tomorrow night it'll be Manchester United Portsmouth, and of course we'll be keeping right across Everton Chelsea. Benayoun to Kuyt. Kuyt in the centre circle. Finds Mascherano. He should have played it the other way. That's where it's going now, towards Arbeloa. Arbeloa takes it on his chest. Benayoun's ahead of him. Flick towards the Israeli. Headed away well by Sylvester. Excellent defensive header.
It hit him on the back of the head.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was deliberate with that. Then I always have rated Sylvester. There's the cross into the penalty area. Benayoun tried to bring it down, and then it's half cleared. Only half cleared. Mascherano to Babel, edge of the penalty area. Babel on his right foot, shoots, hits the defender. Babel with another chance, left edge of the box. Defender dives in, that's Song. Song wins the ball. Song clears it, and Fabregas should clear it very carefully for Arsenal. Oh, it hits Sagna. Mascherano's in there again. It's absolute Keystone Cup stuff, this. Alonso for Liverpool. Oh, don't you just love it when it really matters and teams go for it like this? Coventry won, Barnsley won. Coventry equalised there with a penalty. Here's Torres. Torres feeding the ball back to Carragher. Onto the far side. Pass slightly under hit. Still reaches Arbeloa. 12 minutes to go. Back to Alonso. Alonso chips the ball in the direction of Babel. Babel heads it down. Benayoun waited. Had he taken the ball instead of Nasri, he'd have had a chance for Liverpool. Here's Arbeloa again. Arbeloa surely fouled by Song. Not once but twice. Referee plays the advantage. Arbeloa to Benayoun. Benayoun to Arbeloa. There was a foul there on Benayoun, and here's a free kick to Liverpool.
Yeah, well done. The referee tried to play an advantage of which there wasn't and brought the ball back. Shaving's had a word with him, but well done to the ref. He's been excellent tonight, by the way.
Sorry?
Howard Webb.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Trying to let the game flow.
I've watched him a lot this season, and he's made the odd ricket, but overall he is clearly our best referee. I'm delighted he's got the FA Cup final, and it is absurd that means that will be his only FA Cup final. It's one and you're out.
The other thing as well is that the way in which he plays in feign injury is great. Just doesn't let the trainer on. How good is that?
Now the free kick's a little over 25 yards from goal. Pretty much central. Arsenal have got 5 players in the wall, and the other yellow shirts are lined on the edge of the penalty area. Here's Alonso, right-footed over the crossbar.
Yeah.
Disappointing for Alonso. Mascherano making sure that Fabianski doesn't waste time taking the goal kick. Fabianski, of course, will replace the ball. 10, Rotherham 3, Morecambe 2. 10 minutes to go at Anfield here on 5 Live. Liverpool 3, Arsenal 3. There's time for at least one more goal. Carragher heads the ball back. Benayoun heads it on. Torres chases after it. Sylvester anxious, gets there first and knocks it into the main stand on the far side of the field towards Hicks and Gillette.
You want to see Benitez at the moment. He's behaving like a man who's got a severe case of piles, Alan. He just can't sit down.
Arbeloa chips it in. Sylvester clears, left-footed in the volley. Bentner jumps. Carragher's there. Carragher heads it back. And Agger to Reina. And Reina with the clearance, right-footed. Driven over the halfway line. Benayoun jumps. Good header on. Finding Babel. Babel turns. He can run at Sagna now from the left side. Running toward the penalty here. Beating Sagna. Pulls the cross back. Sagna gets his right foot to the ball. It's a corner.
Well, Sagna did well in the end. Power of recovery, but he's just a little bit too open when Babel was running at him.
Corner to Liverpool. Cop end from the left. Alonso, right-footed. Plays it in. Headed off the line. Goodness gracious, the header was goal-bound, and it was headed off the line by Gibbs. It was Torres. That would have been the hat-trick.
There you go. Man on the post yet again. Saved another goal.
Corner to Liverpool, this time from the far side. The right. Aurelio to take it. In swinging corner, testing Fabianski. They've got men patrolling each of the posts, Arsenal. That's the right way to do it. Some pushing in the penalty area. Hardweb tells them all.
One's come off the post now, Alan. Nasri. So there's just one man at the near post defensively for Arsenal.
Aurelio waits. A lot of jostling for possession. Played in. Good punch away by Fabianski. Drops to Carragher. Carragher shot in the volley over the crossbar.
I tell you what, it was unlucky because that's a real difficult skill. Dropping out of the sky. Everybody's watching. You're waiting for it to come down. And he's tried to sort of hit it side-footed rather than slash at it. It's a decent effort.
Yeah, it was a couple of yards wide though. We couldn't tell from this angle. 8 minutes to go before stoppage time. It's been an excellent game of football.
I tell you who's done well for Arsenal tonight, impressing me, Bentner. He's had a good game.
Reina hits it right-footed. Torres waits. It runs beyond Fernando Torres. Gibbs heads it away. Song doesn't clear it properly. Flick towards Kite. Kite heads it in towards Benayoun. Song is there, and Song slaps the clearance towards the halfway line. Carragher lets it run out of play and takes the throw in himself to Aguirre. Putting Aguirre under a little bit of pressure there because Fabregas is nearby. Aguirre turns back to Reina. Reina hits it upfield. Kite jumps. Cardiff 2. Charlton 2, Cardiff 2's full-time score. Here's Bentner on the far side of the field. Aguirre dives in and the ball goes out and it's a throw into Arsenal. On the far side. You still think Arsenal can win this game? The way they can counter-attack. They played some lovely football as well, haven't they?
So good to watch. I think they've gone a little bit though. I think they're hanging on for 3-3 here. That is the score, isn't it?
I think so. I think so. 7 minutes left. Alonso heads the ball away, and then there's a mistaken header by Arshavin, but Nasri shouldn't have won it. Nasri did win it. Shoots, and it's wide. Well, that was another error by Liverpool.
Yeah. Oops.
Reina slips as he makes the clearance, but it does reach the halfway line towards Mascherano, who can only hook it out of play, throw into Arsenal.
Yeah, Gibbs did really well. He wasn't sure whether to go and close Mascherano down, knowing that Kaut was behind him. He got close enough to make Mascherano hurry.
Arsenal are slowing things down. You wouldn't blame them. Gibbs with the throw-in over the halfway line. Bentner chests it down. Arbeloa clears it though, and it's with Mascherano chipping it towards Benayoun. Touré takes it on his chest a little awkwardly and then slices the ball away to the far side. Kite heads it in field. Sylvester heads it down.
I think.
Who for? Don't follow that one at all. Aurelio into Alonso and back to Carragher. Carragher drifts it over the halfway line. Mascherano chests it down. He could have actually headed the ball carefully to Arbeloa. Instead he lost it. Song onto Fabregas. Arshavin on the far side of the field. He's already scored 3 tonight. Arshavin cutting in toward the penalty. Finds the Arsenal skipper Fabregas. Back now to Nasri. Nasri now to the right side and Walcott. Walcott to Nasri. Arsenal aren't settling for a draw here, to their great credit. Song now. And Song hits it toward the far side. Arshavin can't control it. It was an awful pass by Song. It's out of play, and here is Elzar. For Kaut. You follow that?
No, not really.
5 minutes to go. Very raw youngster, Elzar. Torres to Elzar. Manages to get the ball into Mascherano. Here's Alonso. And Alonso drills it to the left side to Babel. Babel now. Onto Benayoun. Left of the penalty area. Aurelio's available. Benayoun didn't play it to him initially. Now he does. Aurelio back to Benayoun on his right foot. Well, awful from Benayoun. I think he just mishit that, but it was a poor clearance by Arsenal. And then Elzar loses the ball on the edge of the penalty area. I doubt that Kite would have done that. Arshavin rushes over the halfway line, still running forward. Fabregas in a great position. Arshavin can't find him, but gets the ball back. Arshavin now to Walcott. Fabregas still forward. Now Walcott, and Walcott shoots when he should have crossed. Bentner was on the far post.
Yeah, it would have been absolute brilliant pass though to be able to pick him out from there. If nothing was on, he should have just waited.
What was Elzar doing? Arbeloa to Torres. Torres over the halfway line. The pass to Elzar. Elzar back to Alonso on the halfway line. 3.5 minutes to go. Plus, I'm sure we're going to have about 3 minutes of stoppage time. We only had 1 minute at the end of the first half, but there'll be more now. Aurelio to Babel. Babel, left side, cutting infield, as he tends to do. Finds Mascherano. Mascherano, delay. Caught in possession by Nasri. Oh, lucky boy, Mascherano. Referee's given a free kick, which Aurelio takes quickly. Liverpool have to move quickly. 3 minutes to go. Carragher comes forward. Carragher still running forward. Carragher then shoots, and that's a waste. That's a goal kick.
I think he kicked the ground in the end, didn't he? It was one of those, please tackle me quickly.
Yes. Point won't be enough for Liverpool, Mark.
No, it won't. No.
I mean, there may be another twist or turn in the title race, but you just feel that Liverpool have to win all their games.
It doesn't really exert any pressure on Manchester United.
No, it doesn't. No. They'd be in the comfort zone tomorrow night. Okay, behind on goal difference, but 2 games in hand. Diaby's coming on for Arsenal. That'll tighten things up. I thought he played quite well in the semi-final on Saturday. Alonso loses the ball. Here's Bentner. 4 players forward for Arsenal. Poor pass by Bentner. Babel to Alonso. And Alonso on to Babel. He's got plenty of room to run forward to. Over the halfway line. Into the Arsenal half. Beats Bentner. Running forward. Babel's already made 40 yards. In towards Benayoun. Benayoun wanted the ball to run kindly for him. It didn't. And it's cleared by Arsenal. And Walcott spins. And here's Fabregas. On to Walcott again. Down the right side. Liverpool can't win the game defending the ball in their own half. It's back to Bentner. Bentner now. It's so open. Mascherano gets in a tackle. Ball squirts to the far side though. And look at Gibbs. Gibbs is midway inside the Liverpool half. To Arshavin. Arshavin to Fabregas. Bentner knows he's offside. So it's played to Walcott. Walcott crosses in. Cleared by Carragher on the volley. And Aurelio. Good clearance by him to Babel. Back to Alonso. And Alonso hits it towards the right side. That's a lovely ball to Elzar. Let's see what Elzar can do. His first touch was awful. Arsenal have the ball back and Sylvester with a clearance. Gibbs chases after it. Gibbs slaps it forward. No offside flag, but Aurelio heads the ball back to Reina. 1 minute of normal time to go. Liverpool 3, Arsenal 3. Reina hits it long, looking for Babel. Toure gets his right foot to the ball. Torres heads it on, and it's flicked behind by Gibbs for the corner. Well, there'll be more than one attack from Liverpool in the time that remains, but they haven't made the best possible use of corners so far. Mascherano, even he's inside the penalty area rather. It's Aurelio to take it. Fourth official poised. Aurelio plays the ball in, punched away by Fabianski. And goodness gracious, look who's chasing forward now. It's Walcott. Arshavin's in a great position, practically unmarked. Play to Arshavin, he can finish off the title here. Arshavin shoots into the net. It's a remarkable 4th goal for the Russian, and that may have handed the title to Manchester United. We've reached the 90 minutes. Arshavin driven the ball into the net. It's Liverpool 3, Arsenal 4.
Well, 3 people involved in that move, Alan. The goalkeeper, who made a really, really good punch, gets its way to Walcott, and Walcott was away completely, just one man to beat. And as that man retreated, Walcott got his head up, had a look, played a great ball through to Arshavin, and cool as you like, I think he just smashed it left-footed this time past Reina.
All right, I don't know who went off there. Who's going off?
No one yet.
I think it's due to be Bentner. Yes, Diaby's on. Bentner is off. What a solo performance by Arshavin.
Well, yeah, but also what a brilliant game of football, and congratulations to Arsenal for the way they've just kept going. Some of the football tonight has been absolutely delight to watch.
They certainly have not let Manchester United down. They may be slight rivals, Wenger and Ferguson, but Arsenal have done United proud. I don't know how much time's being added on, frankly. Well, we're only speculating that it might be 5 minutes. I certainly didn't see the 4th official, and their Aggers caught in possession. Liverpool has squandered possession far too often tonight. If it is 5 minutes, we've got 4 minutes to go.
Can't believe some people are leaving.
Liverpool 3, Arsenal 4. Reina hits it upfield. Torres heads it on. Here's Benayoun into Elzar shoots, Fabianski saves.
Yeah, decent shot, great height for the goalkeeper. Along the floor though, different story.
He's going to take the corner, as you know. Aurelio rushes across to take it. Liverpool fans sing "You'll Never Walk Alone," but the title's gone, or what hope they had of winning the title, surely. Aurelio, left-footed, in-swinging corner, headed up and away. Here's Benayoun, rather. It's Fabianski with the clearance. To Carragher. Carragher chips it forward. Agger's up in attack. Agger heads it in toward the penalty spot. 3 Arsenal players collide. Well, it might have hit Sylvester's hand, but it certainly wasn't deliberate handball. Not a good clearance by Arsenal. On to Torres. Torres into the penalty. Torres running on his own. Torres running almost inevitably into a defender. It was Sanya who clears it. Carragher heads it down. Here's Alonso. Alonso turns away from Diaby. Crosses deep, deliberately deep, looking for Elzar. Headed back across goal. This must be the equaliser. Benayoun. 4-4. I can't believe I've watched 2 games in 7 days that are finishing 4-4. But that is what is happening.
I mean, the ball headed back in by Elzar, but in all, look at Wenger kicking the ball. How upset is he? But in all honesty, came to Benayoun, he had so much time. What was it, middle of the 6-yard box?
Well, that's right, he hadn't even hit it when I thought 4-4.
Yeah. Howardwell's going to tell Wenger off now.
Well, yes, he is saying calm down. I sort of understand Arsenal's frustration there, actually. Wow. I do. And I don't think he meant to kick the ball against Arbeloa.
What about those people who've left?
Well, they'll only have heard the roar. It's not over yet, you know. We've got 2 minutes. 4-4. Astonishing. Benayoun in towards Torres. Sylvester slapped the volley clearance away out of play for a throw-in. It surely can't finish with one side scoring 5 to the other's 4. Mascherano. Left of the penalty area. Crosses right-footed. Very deep. Arbeloa's on the far post. It's headed behind for a corner. It's a corner to Liverpool.
Now he's given a goal kick.
Oh, has he?
Yes.
I thought the initial decision was a corner.
No.
Well, there you go.
No complaint from Liverpool players. No complaint.
No. I just thought the way he'd pointed, initially it was a corner.
Wenger's out again.
A minute of stoppage time remains, if the rumour of 5 minutes being added on is correct. Here's Song. Arshavin is on for 5, remember, but it's clear. Elzar for Liverpool just does enough to get it towards Benayoun, intercepted by Diaby, pass back to Fabianski, and it's cleared to the halfway line. Babel heads it forward. Mascherano's there, hooked away by Sanya, and Walcott is offside. Free kick Liverpool, last chance Liverpool. And look at Fabregas. He went up the stand. That's going to be a yellow card. Well, he moved away now. But Reina to take the free kick. High towards Arbeloa. Headed away by Arsenal. Cleared by Arshavin to the halfway line. Here's Alonso. Alonso slips one side of Arshavin. He's down the right side. He crosses the ball. It was partly blocked by Arshavin. And Arsenal can counter-attack here. Now here's Aurelio on the halfway line. Back to Alonso. Referee hasn't looked at his watch, to my knowledge. Crossed high. Agger's still up there. Agger heads it on, but that's bouncing harmlessly through to Fabianski, and that surely will be that. Fabianski throws the ball out. It's with Diaby on the halfway line. Into Walcott. Fabregas is through the middle, and the flag is up for offside, and Fabregas quite deliberately ran on there. I'm sure he knew he was off. There.
The referee was right in the same place as him, so I think he's giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Right. Well, I'm sure the linesmen have indicated to the referee. We played nearly 6 minutes of stoppage time. Reina's free kick. He's going to allow play to continue till this concludes. Into the penalty, that looked like a handball. Diaby. Well, it may have hit his arm.
No one appealed from Liverpool.
Arbeloa with a throw-in. And remarkably, play still continues. Elzar goes past the defender. The final whistle is blown. I couldn't hear it. Such is the tumult at Anfield. And what about this? For the second week running, a game is finished 4-4.
Well, I was sat at home last week while I watched Chelsea-Liverpool. And at the end of the 90-plus minutes, I just went, wow. And like for an old cynic like myself, it's a big thing for me to say. And in all honesty, that's all you really want to say tonight. It was absolutely breathtaking. Now, in dissecting the game, you'd say defensively both teams were poor, but just the way both teams went forward and they attacked opponents was fantastic. And Arsenal, I thought at one stage, Alan, were playing for 3-3, and then they went and made it 4-3, and still Liverpool came back. Parts of the quality of Arsenal's play tonight were absolutely brilliant. Liverpool, as you'd expect at home, trying to win the Premiership, just pushed on and on and on and took more and more chances. But it was just an absolutely brilliant game of football and a marvellous advertisement for the Premier League.
Yeah, I'm not even sure who scored the goals.
Where are we?
Shavin got 4 goals. I think Torres got 2. Berayun got 2. It finished level at 4-4. Liverpool go top of the Premier League tonight on goal difference, but Manchester United have 2 games in hand and they play tomorrow evening. Do not dare miss it here on 5 Live. Manchester United against Portsmouth. Final score at Anfield, Liverpool 4, Arsenal 4.